Manchester United 0, Stoke City 2 then. First of all, I just want to fly straight into this comment because it's one that really gets to me. Javier Hernandez, whether he wanted him to be sold or not, he missed one penalty and he was kicked out of the door. Louis van Gaal has picked Fellaini for the last 4 games. I think Fellaini is a symbol of what is wrong with Manchester United. He has missed 8 sitters now in the last 4 games and we have lost every single one and he still keeps picking him. However, I throw the question over to you as Manchester United fans. Can he stay any longer? I think the board are culpable. Again, I keep repeating myself. I said this on Wednesday when he should have been sacked. He should have been sacked on Wednesday. We've totally just wasted a game. We may as well have not bothered watching that as Man United fans because it was just a total gift of points and a missed opportunity. We were never going to get anything out of this game and it played out exactly, predictably, how we all thought it would do, in the way that Manchester United were well and truly dominated by Stoke, never offered anything, never offered any fight, and 100%, I think, just like the fans now, so you can't get on the players' back. They know this is their opportunity to get rid of a dictator who's been suppressing the attacking side of Manchester United for 18 months. And I think they took that opportunity. And I know we get on at players. And I know, I mean, the Rooney decision, I think a lot of people thought, oh, I'll give him another chance now because he sacked him. He dropped him, apparently. Well, did he really drop him? It was a tactical thing and we're playing another game in 2 months. I don't buy into the fact he dropped Rooney at all. I think he was resting him for Monday because we've got that game 2 days later. But then even if he did, he mugs himself off at half-time and has to bring him on anyway. Every decision he makes at the moment is just ridiculed and wrong. What's going on with Morgan Schneiderlin? Why is he picking Fellaini? Stoke aren't a long ball, big side anymore. They're actually quite a good footballing side when you look at their attackers, Carrick, Afellay, players like that. Small players, Shaqiri, absolutely got at us, played the way you'd like Manchester United to play. We played the way Stoke did, hitting long balls. Fellaini again, I mean, whether you like him or not, I'll put my hands up. Everybody knows I don't like Fellaini. He shouldn't be in a Manchester United shirts. But at the end of the day, if you support Manchester United and you're expecting us to ever play good football, Fellaini can't be in the team. You will never see an attractive footballing side with Fellaini in the team, whether it's Manchester United, Everton, whatever. It will never be attractive football. It might be effective, and it was effective for us for a few games up until Jose Mourinho, ironically for Chelsea, figured it out. And 4 games we've lost in a row, and 4 games in a row he's played Fellaini. And if you can't figure that out, I know most of you on the live comment box will, what's the common denominator with why we've lost the last 4 games, gone out of Europe and everything like that, is because he keeps picking Fellaini. He ignores Morgan Schneiderlin, who's one of the best midfielders in the country for the last couple of years, totally ignores him. And as I said, you've got Javier Hernandez, who misses a penalty, is kicked out the club. And the sitters Fellaini has consistently missed, and he still picks him. He took Herrera off at the end, playing him as defensive midfielder. He should be playing at that number 10 position, which he did against Everton. To me, it's almost sabotage from Louis van Gaal now. It is just ridiculous. And I tell you what, he took 4 minutes to walk out of a press conference he didn't like the look of the other day. And for week after week, he sits on his big fat backside for 90 minutes watching absolute self-inflicted crap. And he sits there. He himself should be getting off and walking out because it's absolutely a joke. It's meant to be Christmas, but I think we were all prepared for this. But let's get into some of your comments. Ben Robin 11, Fellaini should have had 2 goals today. Yes, he should have done. He has had the chances and he doesn't take them, so he shouldn't be picked. Should be in the Championship, says Chad Farrand. Back guy 500, those damn pull your socks up. I mean, there's loads of stuff going on. I do apologise if you're watching live. There was a problem with the other live stream, but there's a lot of you got on here now. Do like the video because a lot of people were disliking the other video because we're saying Louis van Gaal out. I mean, by all means, if you want him to stay, do. But a lot of us have been saying now for weeks he's got to go. A lot of people messaging me on Twitter then who've been pro Louis van Gaal. He says he's got to go now because he's lost the players. 100% he's lost the players. The problem we've got now is that we're in the hands of the board who didn't sack him 3 days ago when they should have done. This was a wasted opportunity, and Chelsea at home will be. If we miss out on the Champions League by 2 or 3 points now, we can all look back to today and say they should have sacked him 3 days ago. How long is it going to take for them to sack him? I don't know. He's got to go. It's inevitable. He's got to go. He's not turning this ship around. It's never going to happen. So he's got to go now, this minute. But will they do it? Will he walk away? I'd have some respect for him if he did. He was a good manager at one point. He can still be a good manager, but he's not a Manchester United manager. He's a negative, methodical manager, and that is not what Manchester United need. He must go. Guys, remember when we used to win at bottom table teams, says Jay. Yes, I do. We're unrecognisable. Really unrecognisable. The video has already started. Somebody saying there, Lindhall, Schneiderlin should have been playing. Who is Schneiderlin? Where's he gone? What's happened to Schneiderlin? What has he done? Ridiculous what's going on with that. I mean, the starting lineup, as soon as I saw the name Fellaini, it undid anything around the Rooney thing, which, like I said, I do not believe he was dropped anyway. We were hitting long balls from the start. Martial, he takes Memphis off at half-time. He keeps Fellaini on for the whole game. I tell you what, even if we were picking up draws and the odd win, I would still be saying sack him, because I cannot stand Marouane Fellaini in any Manchester United side, and he picks him game after game. And to me, it sounds ridiculous to say this, but it is sabotage. Where's your man of the match? Where do you find your man of the match from that performance? I don't know. I think the players have. It's hard to pick. The last few games, it's hard to pick a man of the match. You can't even say De Gea anymore because he's letting goals in. I just think the whole team has just lost the wheel. And when you lost the players, it's never going to change anyway. It won't change. He must go. I'll be amazed if he's still in charge at Chelsea. But you know the way this board works, and I've got to say this: we can all have a go at Louis van Gaal. David Moyes was an abysmal appointment, and Van Gaal wasn't much better, really, was it? I know a lot of us thought he was better, but actually, if you've done your homework on Van Gaal, he's not the manager of 20 years ago. He plays this horrible, methodical football. And, Ashley Young wasted it right back again. I'd rather see him further up the pitch. Daley Blind, I'd rather be him centre-back than Calamity Jones, who's just an absolute disaster. He's not Manchester United level at all. He'll be injured anyway soon. Daley Blind at left-back was quite good there last season, looks lost. It's just getting beyond an absolute joke. And the midfield, you put Carrick in there. I know Schweinsteiger will be back on Monday, but you play Fellaini at number 10. This is your number 10 of any club, whether it's Manchester United, Barcelona, Chelsea, whatever. Your number 10 should be a creative, dynamic player who can play off both feet. All Fellaini can do is control the chest, off the chest, play a simple pass and lump into the box, and then it's waiting for the ball to come in there. Rooney comes on in the second half with about as effective as a fly's fart. Nothing, just arguing. He's on the decline, like Alex has said before, but he's certainly not convinced by Manchester United. Quite interested, he didn't have the captain's armband on, probably didn't want to take responsibility for an absolute disaster, but he's got to go. I mean, I'd like to talk about positives from the game, I really would, but he's got to go. He's got to go. In fact, I'm almost prepared that we'll be doing another video later on, which isn't ideal on Boxing Day, I know, but I'll quite happily do another one when he's sacked, because he has to go. I can't see where you come back from this. The points we're dropping to the likes of Stoke and Bournemouth and Norwich, it's embarrassing. It's not good enough. If it's 18 months into a philosophy that he told us would take 3 months, the football's backwards. The team's not as good as it was last season. His signings, he doesn't play them like Schneiderlin, people like that. It's just an absolute car crash disaster. And I don't know. It just absolutely don't know. No one gives a rat's ass about Rooney. He hasn't been good since 2011. To be honest, that's disgruntled bogger. I'd kick Rooney out of the club as well, quite happily. It's not just Louis van Gaal. Rooney must go as well. Not good enough. Fellaini can't play, can't understand it, just ignores Mata, says Clayton. Mata's lost. I think if you're an attacker, we need a new manager just to see how good our attackers are, because they may as well have been on holiday vacation for 18 months, one of these year gap breaks, because they've done absolutely nothing. Board is going to blame Memphis for the loss as an excuse, as SJ designs. It'll be full of excuses, because Louis van Gaal, I read something from an Ajax player who said he thought he had a twin because he spends so much time looking in the mirror. He's so up his own backside, Louis van Gaal. He will never accept that it is his fault. But I will say it here, and I'm sure a lot of you will do that. The football has been rubbish. Not one of our attackers for 18 months has done anything. His signings he treats like crap. He signs them and he doesn't play them. The football's been rubbish. He picks Fellaini all the time. He's picked Rooney for too long. He drops Rooney potentially today, but then brings him straight on at half time. The man's lost the plot. He's lost this club. He's lost the fans, and he's lost the players. And if there is a fan out there saying, well, he's doing great things with the youth, it doesn't matter what you do with the youth. If you're picking Fellaini every week, it doesn't matter what you're doing with the youth, because that's what you're judged on, what you do with the first team. He's picking Marouane Fellaini every game at number 10. That's where you judge him. I don't care what he's doing with the youth. His performance is the first team, and his idea is Fellaini in the number 10 position. That's our manager. Don't care what he's doing in the youth team. It's what we watch every week. It's the results we get. And his idea, his philosophy is Fellaini at number 10. Well, I tell you what, that's not even a top 10 team. That's Sunderland tactics. And it won't be long before we're down there, and we are now 100% in the board's hand. I think he'll survive till Chelsea. I really do. I'm praying that he's going to get the sack and we get a late Christmas present, because he has got to go. Get commenting. Give us your thoughts. Please do like the video. Subscribe if you're new. Apparently he's live now, Louis van Gaal, on Sky giving his press conference. So I'm going to run down and watch that. But do get commenting. We will reply. Like the video, subscribe. And I hope we'll be back live with a Louis van Gaal sacked at some point in the next few hours, because he's got to walk and he's got to go. If he's got any respect, he'll walk away. But obviously he wants the money, and the board probably don't want to pay the money, and that's why we think we're going to be stuck with him. But thanks everybody for watching. Enjoy the rest of your Christmas. Get back to your families. Get back on the beer. Enjoy the festive period. This is not a shock that we lost today. We're now in the hands of the board. They've got to sack him. It's just when they're going to do it, and it may be that the fans have to force the issue a bit. But if you're backing Louis van Gaal, get commenting. Let us know. Let us know. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. It is the United Stand. It is your channel, and we will, if we don't do a live sacked video, we are live as usual, even though it is the festive period, Sunday night at 9 o'clock with the panelists, with all you lot, discussing yet another defeat for Manchester United, which actually isn't that disappointing. How worrying is that we are expecting to lose at the likes of Stoke now? This is what we've become under Louis van Gaal. And I tell you what, we're less than a week away from from January transfer window. Would you trust this man? I wouldn't trust him with a tenner. I wouldn't trust him with a tenner. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel. It's the United Stand. Speak to you later.